Hello, welcome to my channel, Tarot and Attachment. My name is Erin Smith, and this is the week ahead reading for August 26th through the 1st. I'm going to consult the cards and look to see what the emerging themes might be telling us about conditions as they arise throughout the week and how we might make the best use of them. So I'm going to go silent. I'm going to concentrate while I shuffle. Just going to say a prayer over these cards. Wow. Okay. So there's a really strong emphasis here on creating real, tangible manifestations in the material world in terms of the way that we care for ourselves, provide for ourselves. And this is a time where we can be very effective at this based on the work that we're doing and the intention that we're holding. And really the crux of this situation is about being clear, both with ourselves and others, about what it is that we truly want. And this isn't always an easy thing. There are elements of self-denial that get in the way of us being able to focus on what it is that we desire. And that's really being illustrated here in the Seven of Cups. So the way that I conceptualize this card is it's like emotional vagary, being in confusion or delusion around how you feel about something. And generally speaking, when this card comes up in readings, it's because we're afraid that either we're not going to get what we want or we're going to lose what we have. So you can think of this as a sort of self-imposed fog, this lack of clarity around how we feel about something or what it is that we desire. And it's a kind of defense mechanism, a protective measure to keep us from wanting things that may not happen. It is that terrible sensation of loss or disappointment that comes up in the face of not getting what we want. And so instead, it's just easier to sort of be like, well, I don't know, and maybe it's not a big deal, or I can't quite see clearly what it is that I would like to try to create or move towards in my life. And it's this perpetual sense of fogginess. So ultimately, what the Seven of Cups is saying is that we cannot move towards our heart's desire until we're willing to claim it as such. That there is some urge to bring about a greater sense of specificity, of clearness at the level of the mind and of the heart. So swords are the suit of thoughts and ideas and communication, and kings represent mastery and maturity. You can think of a king as one who has assumed the throne in his own life. He has risen through the ranks to be in this position of leadership. And others look to him as a kind of guide in this process. So ultimately, what this is saying is that when we are focused, mentally focused on an object of desire or a goal or an intention that we would like to set in motion, and we're mindful of our thoughts, we're mindful not to use our thoughts on ourselves like a weapon, for instance, getting caught up in this narrative of fear. Oh, what if it doesn't happen? What if it's not meant to be? What if I don't have what it takes? All of these mental constructs that actually stand in the way of our being able to set a clear intention and to see what steps might be necessary to take in order to bring something into being, or at least in order to move closer towards our goals. This is what the King of Swords is begging us to do, right? To take the bigger view, see what our goals are, and maybe reverse engineer it, right? What do we need to do each step of the way in order to get to that place of bringing something into being that may be beneficial to us? And then that brings us to our friend, the Eight of Pentacles. So the Eight of Pentacles are typically, well, people often associate them with money and career and finance. And really, it's because we live in a capitalist society, right? Where we go to work in order to earn money, in order to provide for our most basic of needs, right? We earn the money to eat, to buy food, to put a roof over our heads, to clothe ourselves. That really what we're talking about is providing for our material needs, the needs that we must meet in order to live as embodied people. So the Eight of Pentacles is building your wealth and well-being one step at a time. It's an acknowledgement that when you tend your garden will grow. And therefore, the energy and effort that you put towards an objective, that will pay off exponentially. It will accumulate over time to produce something that is beneficial, that is abundant, that it is and not only that, but it benefits yourself and the community at large. What I love about the Ten of Pentacles is that it's this representation of how when we produce abundance in our own lives, we have more to share with others. It brings people together in a good way so that we can continue to circulate this wealth and well-being. So there's a level of connectivity to that experience as well. That maybe the things that we want for ourselves are not exclusively beneficial to us as individuals. That maybe that allows us to join in at a larger level and be a part of a symbiotic community. I just love this image. I mean, look, that they're all together. Everyone is partaking in the abundant flow of these material gifts. And then finally, we have the Queen of Pentacles. And so queens, like kings, represent a kind of mastery of some kind. She is like an earth mother. So her promise is all the seeds that get planted will blossom and bear fruit. And the reason that this is so important, it brings us back to the Seven of Cups. That if we are afraid that how our soil is barren, we just won't plant those seeds at all. So we are being asked, we are being promised that if we are connecting in an authentic way with whatever it is that we wish to grow in our own lives, and we take real world effort to implement that growth, that the promise is it's going to pay off. And so it behooves us to be clear and to stay focused on whatever that goal might be. So that is our message for the week, and I hope that that was beneficial. Many blessings to you as the days unfold. Take care.